A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
Virus might be behind mystery child hepatitis cases. A mysterious child hepatitis outbreak has sparked an investigation nationwide after 9 young children from Alabama tested positive for a common pathogen, adenovirus 41.
The young victims, ranging in age from 1 to 6, were all previously healthy and are among at least 170 confirmed cases in 11 countries in recent weeks. The CDC is investigating the cluster in Alabama and continues to investigate the rest of the country.
CDC reports unexplained child hepatitis cases in Alabama. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has confirmed 9 cases of unexplained child hepatitis in Alabama.
8 of the children required liver transplants. As of February, no other cases had been identified.
The outbreak began last November, when health officials noted a cluster of 5 cases in the state. 3 of the cases involved acute liver failure.
Since then, health officials have confirmed 9 additional cases, with 2 of them requiring liver transplants.
Health agency has reported 169 cases of acute hepatitis of unknown origin and 1 death, bringing the total to 230 worldwide. Currently, 9 cases of unexplained child hepatitis in Alabama have been confirmed by the CDC.
These children all tested positive for adenovirus, which normally causes gastroenteritis. In some cases, the virus may lead to hepatitis in children with weak immune systems.
However, it could also be a contributing factor in liver injuries in otherwise healthy children. The extent of the link is still under investigation.
A cluster of unexplained child hepatitis has been found in Alabama since October 2021. 5 historically healthy children were hospitalized for liver injuries in November.
3 of the children developed acute liver failure. All of the children tested positive for the adenovirus, which belongs to a group of viruses that cause the common cold, pink eye, bronchitis, and giardia.
During the same time, the hospital diagnosed 4 other children with hepatitis. MIC reports unexplained child hepatitis cases in Spain.
The CDC has reported several unexplained cases of child hepatitis in the United Kingdom, France, Denmark, and Spain. Most cases are among children under 5 years of age.
Several patients in the United Kingdom have needed liver transplants. As of February, the number of reported cases in the United Kingdom was 108.
Of those, 8 were transplanted. Spain has reported at least 3 cases and France is investigating 2 cases.
Other European countries, including the Netherlands, Denmark, and Israel, have also reported cases. So in addition to Spain, researchers in the UK published a study examining the cases of hepatitis in children.
One of the leading hypotheses is adenovirus infection, which is present in half of the cases. In England, 5 of 9 affected children tested positive for adenovirus infection, while only 2 children were in the United States.
Genetic tests are underway to determine if adenovirus type 41 is associated with hepatitis. Outbreak of child hepatitis is now causing scientists to question the causes.
While the United Kingdom is still a hub for cases of the disease, Spain has reported additional cases. Other countries have reported similar cases, including Denmark, the Netherlands, and Italy.
Furthermore, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports 9 cases in Alabama. The CDC is investigating the cause of the outbreak.
CDC reports unexplained child hepatitis cases in Israel. The World Health Organization recently reported an increase in cases of acute hepatitis in children.
In the United Kingdom, 169 cases have been reported, while Spain has reported 2 suspected cases in Lyon. Hepatitis is an infection of the liver that affects the function of the liver, which processes nutrients and filters blood to fight infections.
In cases of unexplained child hepatitis, the cause is unknown, and doctors are urging parents to watch for signs of the disease in their children. Hepatitis is usually caused by a virus, such as adenovirus.
Adenovirus are common viruses and rarely cause severe hepatitis in healthy people. Although no hepatitis viruses at B, C, or D have been detected in the cases, The infection does cause jaundice and gastrointestinal symptoms in affected children.
Other symptoms of hepatitis include dark urine, joint pain, and fatigue. In a few cases, the infection may even lead to liver transplantation.
The cause of the outbreak is still unknown, but the CDC is working with state health departments to determine what's causing the outbreak. They suspect an outbreak caused by adenovirus.
There is no correlation between the increase in these cases and travel, but the ECDC continues to monitor and work with WHO to determine the cause. The outbreak is not a travel-related disease, but it is still unusual for it.
CDC recommends children stay up to date on adenovirus. Adenovirus are widespread infections caused by double-stranded DNA viruses.
They are spread through respiratory droplets, fomites, and close contact between infected people. More than 50 different types of adenovirus infection affect humans.
In children, the most common symptoms include fever and runny nose, but they can also cause ear infections, bladder infections, and gastroenteritis. Symptoms of adenovirus infection include gastrointestinal illness and varying degrees of liver damage and failure.
Antiviral drugs don't work for adenovirus infection in children with healthy immune systems. The best way to protect your child is to keep them well hydrated.
Children with fever can take acetaminophen or ibuprofen, but never give them aspirin. Talk to your doctor before giving any medicines to your child.
The CDC is warning doctors to keep an eye on recent cases of hepatitis in young children. The disease is caused by inflammation of the liver, which is responsible for processing nutrients, filtering blood, and fighting infections.
When the liver becomes inflamed, it loses its ability to perform its essential functions. Adenovirus infection is caused by a virus, and CDC recommends children stay up to date on these vaccines.
Adenovirus type 41 causes hepatitis in children. The CDC has issued a nationwide alert over unexplained cases of hepatitis in children.
It has asked physicians to consider testing for adenovirus type 41 in pediatric patients with an undetermined cause of the illness and to report any suspected cases to local public health officials. The alert outlines 9 cases of hepatitis causing significant liver damage in children at a major children's hospital in Alabama.
5 of the patients were previously healthy children who presented in November 2021. 3 of these children developed acute liver failure, and 2 needed a liver transplant.
In all cases, COVID-19 was ruled out, and all tested positive for adenovirus type 41 infection. Adenovirus are common pathogens causing self-limiting infections and can be transmitted from one person to another.
Most adenoviruses are associated with respiratory illnesses, and there are over 50 types. Type 41 is a particularly serious strain, and no specific cure exists.
The symptoms of adenovirus type 41 infection vary widely, but typically include diarrhea, vomiting, and fever. The hepatitis in children is caused by adenovirus type 41, which commonly causes gastroenteritis and respiratory symptoms.
It is rare in otherwise healthy children, but has been associated with liver failure in immunocompromised patients. Public health officials in Scotland have not ruled out the possibility of other causes.
Currently, there is no definitive cure for adenovirus type 41, but precautions and a proper diagnosis should be the first step in treating any suspected cases. Adenovirus type 41 is not a known risk factor for healthy children.
Adenovirus type 41, a strain of hepatitis virus, is not a common cause of hepatitis in healthy children. It typically causes diarrhea and vomiting, and is also associated with a higher risk of liver injury in otherwise healthy children.
Children with an immune system weaker than normal are also at risk of developing hepatitis from adenovirus. Experts are not sure why so many otherwise healthy children could develop hepatitis from adenovirus infection.
However, there is no known risk factor for children who have not been exposed to the virus. However, some studies suggest that the virus could lead to a higher risk of hepatitis than it does in healthy children.
In general, adenovirus can be passed from healthy to sick children. Since adenovirus do not cause cancer in healthy children, they are not a known risk factor for developing hepatitis.
There are many studies that show adenovirus types 40 and 41 are a risk factor for pediatric diarrhea. But the best data comes from comprehensive cohort studies. The Global Enteric Multi-Center Study and the Malnutrition and AIDS Cohort are the largest and most extensive studies of pediatric gastroenteritis, respectively.